Blood! I need your blood!
you've returned. So, have you been to Crowhaven? Have you... What's this? The Journal of Lord Leviticus? My friend, you've done it! This is wonderful news. The words of Lord Leviticus himself. Perfect. Ah, I believe I owe you something, eh? Here, let me show you these moves. Step like this. Now strike. All right, now parry. That's it. There you are. Some of the best combat moves you'll ever learn. You'll need them if you want to last more than 5 seconds against me in the arena. Now, let's see what this journal says. Ah, interesting. But... Wait. Can this be? But, by Shinji, I'm the son of a vampire. I'm no gray prince. I'm the spawn of evil. I thought my father was a nobleman, not some blood-sucking monster. I can't... all a lie. A lie. The journal. My father's journal. It says I'm part vampire. I thought my father was a nobleman, not some blood-sucking monster. My whole life has been nothing but a lie. I'm no gray prince. I'm a vile, wretched spawn of evil. Please leave me. I can't...
What do you want? You gotta be careful. You don't want people taking notice. Just keep quiet, keep your head down. You too.
You have my ear, citizen. Hail, good citizen. How can I be of service?
My children are starving. Please help.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves or Reynold Drayless will be allowed access. The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the details. I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know who you are, so I'm not sure that I can trust you with that sort of information. The culprit in this crime... We'll see. No, you do me You're revolting. Oh, please. What a great story. Well, isn't that sweet of you? Well, isn't that sweet of you? That'll get you some. That works for me. I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Reynald Draelus, we may have never uncovered the truth. Let me explain. In the last week or so, we found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Reynald arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you. So you can see we really don't need any help. But thanks for the offer. I'm going to make a We're afraid them. I'm impressed. It only took him a day to track the vampire down. I guess that's why he does it for a living. As far as I know, he was a good man. I never saw this coming. But vampires are masters of deception, so I guess it makes sense. Feel free to question anyone in town. They shouldn't give you too much trouble.
I can't believe this is happening. Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire. It's ridiculous. No one will listen to me. Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful. This is all happening so fast. I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open, and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Reynald Draelus. He said he was a vampire hunter and that Braden was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Reynald, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guards sent for Carius, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Reynald convinced Carius that Braden was a vampire. Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous! And another thing, the guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Braden out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire? It's all that Reynald character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before. Of course, he says he's never been here. There isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name. I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell you the truth. I swear he's a liar.
Excuse me.
I know I sound desperate, but
Sorry, I have a lot of work to do.
I know I'm right.
So, any new revelations in your, investigation? I'll warn you about one thing. I understand you wanting to help Airline by checking up on Reynald. We have it on good authority from officials in a neighboring city that Reynald is what he says he is. so I'm not sure what you're trying to prove. I'm only allowing you to do this investigation, and I use that term very loosely, because Airline is so distraught. I'm sure Airline is very upset. She'll be safe, though. Raynal has confirmed with us that she isn't infected. Her accusations that Raynal is lying is not surprising. At this point, she's so upset that she'll say anything to deny what really happened. I suppose if I found out a loved one was something as horrid as a vampire, I'd find any excuse not to believe it either. Keep up the, good work, I suppose.
I'm Regner. You want anything? Talk to Edla. She's in charge. They say that when you murder someone, the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep. It's how they recruit new members. I hate it here. Came here with Edla. All these snooty Southerners. And damn guards won't let anyone have any fun. Farewell.
It seems that Skyrim is always
I hear you.
involved in a border
Bye.
dispute.
Good day.
Hello.
I'm
Nice seeing
listening.
you.
Go ahead, please. Poor Arnora. Seems her boyfriend Jorunda has stolen some gold from her and left her penniless. Now he's in jail and she's destitute. Be seeing you.
You get any closer, and I have no time for your pathetic attempts at small talk. Now walk away before I get nasty.
Help! What can I do for you today? Did you ever hear about the ghost of Lord Vlindrel? They say he haunts the road to Coral. Not that I've ever seen him myself, mind you. I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially to people I don't know. I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially to people I don't know. I know I may be out of line by saying this, but I think the city guards may be wrong. It's hard to imagine Braden was a vampire. I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight before. Unless he just got that disease very recently, I'd say they were mistaken. When I heard Raynil killed him, I didn't know what to think. But after your visit here, I'm beginning to wonder. Can I interest you in some of my wares? Yes? Well, isn't that how nice? It's just what I wanted. I usually don't give out that kind. All right, every little bit helps. I usually don't give out that kind of information. I'm listening. See, every little... that'll get you something. I usually don't... Please, go. Every little bit helps. Raynil is staying in the last room down the hall upstairs. Here's the key. I always liked Braden and Arlene. They were a nice couple. I hope you get to the bottom of this, because I don't believe he was a vampire either. It's you. Hi. What can I do for you today? And nothing else I can tell you about him. He comes and goes and doesn't talk to people much. Galaborn? That's odd that you should mention that name. Reynald told me that he was the last vampire he hunted. Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelborn down and killed him. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Raynil and his so-called accomplishment. Just look for me if you need anything else.
Hello.
Aren't we lucky to have a skilled healer in town?
A good healer makes for a happy town. And so
Oh, so, any new revelations in your, investigation? How'd you know about that? Ah, too many people don't know how to keep quiet about official matters. Very well. The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Galaborn was killed by Raynil not too long ago. Galaborn was a vampire as well, obviously. What do you mean you disagree? That's a bold statement. What proof do you have that Galaborn was not a vampire? Then don't go around flinging accusation and hearsay. If you dare accuse someone of a crime, you must have the proof to back it up. Now, if you believe what you're saying is true, go get me the proof. What proof of your outlandish accusations have you brought me? So, any new... What proof of your
Do you have any more questions? I'm afraid I know little more. Yes, I remember Braden mentioning that name once. He was part of the Brotherhood he had created with Raynil. I know I sound desperate, but...
So... we have it on good authority from officials in a neighboring city that Raynil... I'm only allowing you to do this investigation. What are you looking for? The castle is to the west, the chapel and houses to the south, and guilds and shops to the north. I'm sure Erlene is very upset. Her accusations that Raynal is lying is not surprising. At this point, she's so upset that she'll say, and I suppose if I found out a loved one was something as horrid as a vampire, I'd find any excuse not to believe it either. Keep
I
up
know
the,
I'm right.
good work, I suppose.
Nice place for visitors to stay. It makes everyone feel welcome.
It's a good place to stay. Hafid is quite a good proprietor. Hello.
Oh.
Hi!
Is there a better person to learn heavy armor skills from than Bumps Ragar?
Oh, you're back. So, what proof of your out... I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. Why else would Raynal have removed this journal from the crime scene in Skingrad? I heard no mention of a key either. It must have been removed by Raynal from Braden's body before we arrived. To think that 2 innocent men were killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths, I'm speechless. I will rouse the guard and begin a search for him in the city. Meet me at Olav's Tap and Tack in 1 hour.
Hello.
Apparently, Right Wind teaches his blade skills to other Fighters Guild members.
I can imagine.
Greetings.
Well met.
Isn't Right Wind? Anything else I can help with? You just let me know. Just look for me if you need anything else.
Just before I arrived here, I received a report from one of our scouts watching the roads. Raynal was spotted heading west out of Bruma. The scout tried to follow, but lost him in the mountains. The only cave to the west that comes close to the one described in Galaborn's journal is Boreal Stone Cave. That must be where he's headed. You must get there before he acquires whatever artifact is being kept there and makes his escape. I'm keeping the city guard in Bruma, as Raynal doesn't know we're after him. If he sees a guard, he may panic and run. You're my only hope at the moment. Please, you have my authorization to do everything you can to bring him to justice. If you won't surrender, I think you know what to do. Hurry. I fear you have a day at the most to stop him. I can't wait to get my hands on Raynal. He'll become very familiar with Bruma's dungeons, or the end of my blade if he doesn't come peacefully. Raynal will pay for both crimes. Galaborn was likely another innocent he's slain. I'll make sure Skingrad's City Watch hears of this. If all you say is true, Raynal will answer for Braden's death. Please,
I
hurry.
haven't time
Raynal
for
may make a
fools.
break for the open road. At any
Go
moment.
away.
We're looking for recruits. Think you're tough enough to join the... Olga sure can tell a good story. I'm not normally a big fan of Bard's tales, but she's got some good ones. Yeah, you think Bruma's cold? Try a winter in the Rothgarians. Oh, Bruma's a day at the beach.
You get
Good
any
day.
closer, and I'll turn your...
Well met.
Die, cur!
That's the best you can do.
Congratulations. I had a feeling you would catch on sooner or later. Leaving that journal behind was a stupid mistake on my part. I saw you enter Olav's tap and tack before I could get there, and I knew that I had to sneak out of Bruma somehow. It was only a matter of time before you or Carius figured it out. No matter. After I've killed you, I won't need my vampire hunter ruse any longer. Certainly not. I'm surprised Carius didn't send the entire city watch up here. But then I would have seen that coming, I suppose. I expected to lay low here for a while and then be on my way. So again, I underestimated you. This leaves me with little choice. Either I fight you now and have a chance at freedom, or I surrender and rot in a city dungeon. I prefer the chance for freedom. Yes, I suppose it is. Well then, we've talked enough. Only one of us will walk out of here alive this day. Good luck.
Hello.
Look at the muscles on you.
I was praying for your swift return. What news do you bring? I knew I recognized Raynal. I think when I first met Braden many years ago, he introduced me to him. They were part of some sort of brotherhood. They would roam Cyrodiil in search of legendary treasures and the like. The only reason he stopped doing that is because we got married and he wanted to settle down. I'm afraid thanks to Raynal, that time is lost. Long ago, I made a promise to Braden. I promised to never reveal to anyone what I'm about to reveal to you now. However, because you've avenged his unjust death, I feel that Braden would understand why I'm breaking that pact. Braden told me about this amulet when they first brought it home from whatever distant land it came from. He never really trusted anyone else in the group, and before he secured the treasure in that cave, he had a special enchantment placed upon it. The magic masks the true identity of the item. All it takes is a simple command word, and the amulet would be restored to its true state. No, he always feared this day would come. He left me knowledge of that word in the event that he died, and I came into possession of the keys. If the other members of Braden's group were still alive, and I on my deathbed, only then would I pass the knowledge on to them. If you'd give me that amulet, I would like to show you what you've recovered. Thank you. I will now speak the word Brotherhood. Here is the amulet back. It's as beautiful as it was the day I remember seeing it long ago. I want you to keep it, as I have no use for this anymore. I'm certain that's what I want, and I'm certain that's what Braden would want. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope that the amulet helps keep you safe on whatever roads you may travel. I'm glad he's dead. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but I think you understand. Justice has been done.
Can you spare a coin? I'm only asking for enough to feed my kids. Did you ever hear about the ghost of Lord Vlindrel? They say he haunts the road to Coral. Not that I've ever seen him myself, mind you. He's a fairy tale. The Imperial Watch pretends there is a thief king named the Grey Fox who controls all the thieves in Cyrodiil. Of course, it's all just made up to give them an excuse to keep us down. He's a fairy tale. The Imperial Watch pretends there is a thief king named the Grey Fox who controls all the thieves in Cyrodiil. Of course, it's all just made up to give them an excuse to keep us down. Blessings of Stendarr upon ye. Oh my... Thank you. Blessings of Anu upon ye.